Hello everyone. So I was researching hobby tools and then I came across this brand, Display, and they have this tiny rotary Dremel-like thing. I do have a Black& Decker Dremel knockoff. The thing is big though. I mean, it's probably like this long, right? And then much thicker. So for really small model work, it's a little bit cumbersome and it has a power cord attached to it. But this is a cordless little guy. So let's take a look here. Some legalese, no specs or anything like that, it seems. It's called the ES-P, the Portable Electric Grinder. Alright. Oh, there's two boxes in here, it seems. Pretty fancy schmancy box. This foil printing and all that. I assume that's life size, but let's find out. First, let's get into this. This comes with a Type-C cable, which is good, because you can always use it to back up your phone. And then what comes with one bit, it's a double cut bit. I did some research. There are single cut bits and double cut bits. And for softer materials, the internet told me that double cut bits are better. And by double cut, what we mean is you can see there's a line cut here, right, and here. Sorry, focus. All right. And then there's lines this way. So basically it's a crisscross pattern that's cut. So that's what it means by double cut. This thing takes standard 3mm diameter shaft tools, and this is a carbide bit tool. Alright, so it's nice that it comes with that, but it's just going to end up in the thing anyway, so I don't really need that case. Alright, so it's the power cord here, or Type-C thing, is braided, so that seems pretty nice. Unfortunately, well, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it has the standard USB end. So I guess that's good if you're going to plug this into a computer, an old desktop. What's bad is most notebook computers are going away from this, right? They're going to just Type-Cs. So you might have to get a Type-C to Type-C cable if you want to run it off a notebook or a newer type of power supply, wall outlet thing. Okay, well anyways, I guess one cable is better than no cables, right? So we're gonna see if it even has some power right out of the box here. It should have been shipped at a storage voltage. Alright, seems to be some instructions here. So there's an overload auto cutoff function, protects from overheating. Speed selector switch, which is this little round button on the thing. So switch up down to 3 RPMs. It would have been nice if it told us how many RPMs there are, but that's it, those 3 LEDs. Red is bad, overload indicator. Load indicator is these 4. That's kind of weird that these two would be shared. Well, we'll have to see when it turns on. And then there's a second set of LEDs for the battery indicator. Hopefully it's marked on the thing. Again, fancy schmancy box. It comes in one of those nice little satin kind of bags. Alright, and it's got a nub here, so it keeps it from rolling off a table. You know, it'll just stop. But it seems to be weight balanced to come up top anyways. It just wants to rest with the display up. There's actually a tool already just snugged in there, so you can keep that in there forever, and that'll be used to put the tool bit in. So there's a grub screw for the tool bit. It will bottom out, the tool bit, and then we'll just tighten this grub screw here. Oh, there's 2 grub screws, so you could probably center them, unless this one's already like Loctited. Nope, that's loose also. So you probably want to do like both, and then eventually, after loosely tightening, now it tighten both, but not too much. I'm just using 2 fingertips, because with both ends, I don't think it's gonna fall out. It's in a rotary position, so. Alright, so that is stainless steel, it looks like, or maybe it's a chrome steel, I'm not sure what's going on there. You can feel, I think it must be a brushless motor, because it's stepping as I turn it. And then this section is some sort of textured hard plastic, and it's got a good feel to it, you know, like a really thick pen, right? So that's good. Yeah, the Type-C charger there. Oh, I should probably put that tool back so I don't lose it. It's quite loose until you push it in right around there, then it gets tight again. So there's something in there, maybe that tightens up. So, and then this body is aluminum, it seems. Yeah, so that's nice. There's 2 grub screws probably holding the motor in place. I would not mess with those because it might throw off the angle or something like that. So that's the power switch, I guess, and they're those LEDs like on the box, but unfortunately they're not labeled, you know, RPM wise. It would probably be good to know the RPMs. This has a satiny texture too. I don't think it has a protective film. No, I don't think so. It's just a satin kind of finish on it. So, we'll see. That's the low speed, fully charged actually. There we go. Short presses and it'll jump the speeds, but really quick press. If you do it slow like I was doing at first, it might not work. Okay, what would happen if I just hold the button? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. So, since I have a variety of materials here, just some plastic, probably ABS, acrylic. I use this for some other project. Then I think this is polyethylene or polypropylene because it's that kind of plastic that it stretches a little bit. This is from a toolbox. This is one of those dividers. So I'm not sure what this thread spool would be made out of. Probably ABS, but it's got a different shape to it. So there's going to be, mostly I'm going to use this probably for hobbies, you know. That's why I bought it. If I want to do more industrial stuff, I'll pull out the Dremel. Then we have a piece of like plastic foam board, but it's a really dense foam board. Then I have a little bit of copper plate. Then I have a pretty thick plate of aluminum here. Then I thought maybe for other crafts folks, you might want to try shaping leather. That's a pretty thick chunk of leather. Here's a wooden dowel, obviously for woodworking. This will probably work pretty well. And then I often mod bicycles, so this is a carbon fiber tube, and we'll see what it does. But carbon fiber, if you suck in this resin, that's just going to give you cancer. It's never going to come out of you. So I should wear a respirator, but it's going to be difficult for you to hear me with a respirator. So I'm not even going to go into carbon a lot, but I'm going to just put this dust mask on here, so you can still hear me talking without the major muffling of a respirator. And then also, these are like glass shards, so safety glasses. No messing about here, because this thing is going to spin, but unfortunately I don't know how high it spins. That's the thing. Alright, and then if I want to clean this out, if for some reason, if this spins too fast, it might cake up the bit. You know, especially with plastic, it melts and it literally just cakes up there. So what happens is you can just let it cool off and you can pull it off with pliers. Or if it's small enough, maybe the wire brush will clean it out. And then maybe here's just a rubbery toothbrush, and here's a regular toothbrush that I've cut down so the bristles are really firm. Just for cleaning. Let's start with the ABS type of thing here. So I'm going to start the low speed. Not much power. I'm curious if this indicator will turn on. So I'm going to hold it this way. You see, the load meter does actually kick in. It went up to 3. Let me do it again. Watch the load meter on the top. Yeah, I pressed in really hard. It almost shut itself off, so I let go. Alright, so that's nice, and that's a pretty low speed. Let's go to speed 2. Yeah, still pretty controllable. Let's go to speed 3. I don't think it spins very fast. Okay. So, I really wish it told you the RPMs, but I don't think it's very high. My little Black & Decker thing, I think, starts at 4,000 RPM. You know, maybe I should go check. Hold on. Alright, here's my Black & Decker thing. And I was mistaken. This thing starts at 8,000 RPM and goes to 30,000. So, yeah, that's pretty fast. You'll see I have a really coarse double cut tip in here. So, size-wise, that's a major difference, right? To try to do some fine work on a scale model, this is, you know, at 8,000 RPM, it'll blow through plastic like there's no tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm starting to like this. It's a totally different tool. It will never replace a corded Dremel or anything like it, because it simply doesn't have the power to do so. But I think that's by design. Its intention, I think, is to shave off a little bit of plastic at a time instead of just blazing through the whole thing like the corded one will. So I'm also thinking this might not work very well on metal. Let's try this polypropylene thing first. I'm at the high speed here. Try to get the display to show. Yeah, so if I'm just like feathering stuff, I think that's the intention of it. Is to shape things a little bit at a time instead of making major cuts. Okay, so that's that plastic there. I don't know. Okay. This plastic foam board stuffy. Yeah, I'll blaze through that because there's a lot of air in this, so it's going to cut through that pretty fast. But one nice thing is I'm not afraid of this, like, I wouldn't want to touch that. It'll definitely cut you, but I don't think it'll take a finger off because it's not spinning so fast. This is the highest setting again, 3. Now, copper, I don't know. Let's see if at least take these burrs off. See the load meter. Okay, well you can see it will, you know, take burrs off easily, and if you have a lot of time, it'll actually take material off. But if you want to do it fast, this is not the tool to do it. So aluminum will be a little softer, but it's probably going to be a similar result. Yeah, okay. Leather, let's see. Let's see if I can punch a hole through this. No, not this bit. Eventually it might go through, but this is tough leather. Okay. Wood. Look at that, I'm almost maxing it out. So, wood is actually a really tough material for this thing to get through. I wouldn't recommend it for wood. And so, really thick plastic like this acrylic, I don't think it's going to work very well. I'm mistaken. It'll go through acrylic nicely. Yeah, actually, you know, the combination of the coarseness of this bit, it'll go through acrylic no problem. Alright, the last one is the carbon fiber. And let's not get these fumes in my face. Alright, well, it definitely smoothed that surface out. And you can see, we've already used up 1 bar, although I'm not sure how fully charged it was. Again, it was in the original packaging. Right now, after that many minutes of straight use, it's a little bit warm, but it's just warm. It's not hot. So that's nice. I think it's because the body is aluminum. It's acting as a heat sink. So, in summary, Display is a hobby tool company, right? They make tools to make model kits and stuff. And it seems like this would be a perfect thing to make model kits out of. I happen to have a little sprue here from an earlier build. So, number 1 setting. So you just want to shave off a little detail or something. Or let's see if we can shave off the number. This number 3. There, look at that. I didn't even hit the flat surface. I only took off the 3. And this is a coarse bit. I was looking online for finer bits. But carbide tip-wise, I don't think they exist. Please leave a comment if they do, like a finer cut pattern. Alright, so yeah, that is what this is designed for. Really fine detail work on model kits. Let's just see if we can knock this whole nub down. Yeah, even at the 1 setting, it will cut through it. I assume this model kit is styrene. This is a Takara Tomy Votoms sprue. So that was the number 1 setting. Let's just jump up to 3. And let's try to take off a letter again. Yeah, number 3 is a little too fast. It wants to jump around. It snags that number and then jumps. If you're really careful. Alright, so now let's just try to shave this off a little bit. Well, there you go. Load meter going up a little bit. Yeah, it actually stopped. Look at that. As it grabs more than half of the diameter, it actually stops. Alright, went right through. So it's very controllable because of its low speed. You can see, well, you know, that plastic in actually, it didn't melt in there. So that's also probably because it's rotating at such a slow speed that it spits out the plastic shavings. But even so, I want to clean it off with the wire brush. Alright. I actually forgot, so let's edit this in. So if you want to charge the thing, I just have this Type-C already in my photo booth. I flip it around so that plastic doesn't get in the way. So you'll see it's giving a progressive little bar meter. So it tells you it's charging, and then obviously when it maxes out to 3, and obviously I'm going to assume when those bars stop moving, and that's at 3, that's how you know it's fully charged. See, it's starting to light up right now, actually. Yeah, Type-C is good. You know, it's weird, there were no instructions at all. There's no piece of paper saying how long this thing takes to charge. So I wish I could answer that, but I can't right now. Anyways. Well, I guess that's it. I'm not a professional reviewer, guys, in case you haven't noticed my channel. YouTube doesn't really pay much of anything, so I just do this because I like to know if I bought something good, and if I could share it. You know, it also forces me to think about what you guys want to know. So you reviewing stuff actually helps me think differently than if I just bought this and reviewed it and never shared it with anyone. With that said, if you're going to do plastic model kits and you want to actually modify them, I would highly recommend this. It's pretty darn good. It's like a slow speed drill. I love my Tamiya slow speed drill because it doesn't just blow through plastic and destroy the tiny hole I'm trying to drill. This is the same thing. It's spinning so slow you can just shave off a little bit of plastic that you want and not destroy your model. So very impressive. And then I did order a whole bunch more of these 3mm bits, so you can get much bigger domes and balls and ellipses and points and all that stuff. Ideally, I want to see if I can actually start holes with it. I bought a pointed tip. Maybe I could just tap a hole and then I'll drill. It'll be a starter hole for a drill bit. That'd be interesting if this can be doing that. I am rambling on now, so I'll let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next hobby-related video.